Los Negros, the Black Ones, was a criminal organization that was once the armed wing of the Sinaloa cartel and after a switch of alliances, became the armed wing of the Sinaloa splinter gang, the Beltran-Leyva cartel. In 2010 it went independent and had been contesting the control of the Beltran-Leyva cartel. It was then the criminal paramilitary unit of Edgar Valdez Villarreal, aka La Barbie, in Mexico. Valdez was arrested on August 30, 2010 near Mexico City. Los Negros was led by La Barbie, an American from Laredo, Texas at the time they merged with the Sinaloa cartel. Background: the group was originally formed to counter Los Zetas gang and government security forces. Los Negros used to work with the Beltran-Leyva cartel, but following Arturo Beltran-Leyva's death in December 2009 during a shootout with Mexican Marines, infighting broke out for the control of the Beltran-Leyva cartel. One faction was led by Lieutenants Edgar Valdez Villarreal and Gerardo Alvarez Vasquez, while the other is led by the current cartel leader Hector Beltran-Leyva and his enforcer Lieutenant Sergio Villarreal Barragan. Los Negros then worked with Edgar Valdez Villarreal's organization until his arrest on August 30, 2010, then the gang collapsed. Los Negros have been known to employ gangs such as Mexican Mafia and MS-13 to carry out murders and other illegal activities. The group was involved in fighting other cartels in the Nuevo Laredo region for control of the drug trafficking corridor. Its operational area was originally Tamaulipas, and later extended its influence to Nuevo Leon and Coahuila states. They also had operations in San Luis Potosí, Veracruz, Michoacán, Guerrero, Zacatecas and Sonora. Nuevo Laredo. 2003 shootout. At around 3 a.m. on the 1st of August 2003, the Federal Investigations Agency, AFI, confronted a group of armed men in the streets of Nuevo Laredo. Members of the AFI were staying at a hotel when Juan Manuel Munoz Morales, the Attorney General of the city, called for help. He was reportedly being chased by several individuals in a dark-colored truck. Consequently, the AFI officers followed the truck with 7 of their vehicles, triggering a shootout between the police officers and alleged drug traffickers. The armed confrontation lasted for more than 40 minutes, provoking panic and turning Nuevo Laredo into a battlefield. The gunshots were heard throughout most of the city, creating tension among the population. Some witnesses, who preferred to remain anonymous, claimed that they saw over 18 armed men in black with ski masks. During the chase, 5 armed men in another vehicle shot at the police convoy. The trigger men in the 2 vehicles then engaged in a gunfight with the AFI for minutes, but one of the vehicles collided with a police truck. The vehicle the drug traffickers were in then caught on fire, and 2 of the gunmen burned to death. The third one died on the sidewalk. According to PGR, the 3 gunmen that were killed were members of Los Negros, a group of hitmen under the tutelage of Joaquin Guzman Lora, aka El Chapo, and of the Sinaloa cartel. Rocket launchers, along with an inexact number of assault rifles, were reportedly used in the attack. In addition, the government agency stated that 198 municipal police officers were to be investigated for possible connections with the Gulf Cartel. Manuel Munoz, the Attorney General who was being chased, was detained by the Mexican authorities. It is believed that he had liberated 5 members of Los Zetas who had been detained during the armed confrontation. According to ESMAS.com, this shooting was the first major gunfire in Nuevo Laredo between the Mexican authorities and cartel members in over 30 years. Between the 1st of January and the 1st of August 2003, 45 homicides were reported in Nuevo Laredo, along with 40 kidnappings. Background: Nuevo Laredo, Tamaulipas, was at the center of a war between the Gulf cartels Los Zetas and the Sinaloa cartels Los Negros. Following the 2003 arrest of Gulf cartel leader Ogiel Cardenas, it is believed the Sinaloa cartel moved 200 men into the region to battle the Gulf cartel for control. The Nuevo Laredo region is an important drug trafficking corridor as 40% of all Mexican exports, A total of 9,000 trucks passed through the region into the United States. Following the 2004 assassination of journalist Roberto Javier Mora Garcia from El Mañana newspaper, much of the local media was silenced over the fighting. The cartels intimidated the media and sometimes used it to send messages to the general population. In 2008, Edgar Valdez placed an ad in the local paper accusing Los Zetas of being narco kidnappers and purchasing protection from state officials and the Attorney General's office. Connection with the Cabanas case. The morning of January 25, 2010, the football player Salvador Cabanas was wounded by a gunshot to the head. Through the recording of a CCTV camera, Jose Jorge Valdez Garza, aka JJ, was identified as his attacker. According to his own statements, Valdez Villarreal himself was the person who gave JJ shelter to protect him from the police by placing him in one of his safe houses. This was because of the friendship they have. Persons known to be related with Los Negros: Edgar Valdez Villarreal, aka La Barbie, leader until his arrest; Jose Jorge Valdez Garza, aka JJ, friend of Valdez Villarreal and the man who shot football player Salvador Cabanas; Gerardo Alvarez Vasquez, aka El Indio, friend of Valdez Villarreal and former member of Los Negros. See also Drug Enforcement Administration list of gangs in Mexico. Drug war, Mexican drug war. References. Printed material. Velidias, Juan, 2004. ABC de los Zetas, Genesis de los Sicarios. La Revista, 37. ABC of the Zetas, Genesis of Hitmen. Magazine, 37. p. 25. Resenesteres, Carlos, 2004. Resenesteres, Carlos, 2004. El Mito de los Zetas. The Myth of the Zetas. Magazine, 37. p. 32. Montemayor, Carlos, 2004. Ejercicios Privados. La Jornada, Marzo, 6. 1. Private Armies. La Jornada, March 6. 1. Medellin, Jorge. Upwards arrow. Medellin, Jorge. Desertan 1382 Militares de Elite. El Universal, 28 de Marzo de 2004. 1.382 Military Elite Desert. El Universal, March 28, 2004. Retrieved on September 23, 2008. Martinez Rodriguez, Marco E. El Poder de los Zetas, in Spanish. The Power of the Zetas, in Spanish. Monographs. Retrieved on August 23, 2008.